For the Love of the Bee, how a neglected island getaway was rescued and transformed.
When we first purchased the island, and it was just this side of a tear down.
It was an adventure on a big scale.
A unique private island retreat that brings joy to visitors big and small.
This is our granddaughter's fairy house. It's an absolutely magical place for kids. It's kind of that raise the drawbridge feeling. I'm Michael.
And I'm Janice.
And this is our retreat.
Welcome to Honeybee Island, known affectionately by its owners as the Bee. This charming little island getaway is owned by Michael and Janice LaPrade, who purchased it 14 years ago. One thing that makes this retreat so incredibly unique is its location.
This side is the United States, and that side is Canada. That's Honeybee Island, and that's our retreat. In fact, our dock is probably 25 feet, 8 meters away from the official line between the US and Canada.
This enchanting private island, roughly the size of a city lot, is as picturesque as they come. But it's important to know it didn't look anything like this when Michael and Janice first laid eyes on it.
When we first purchased the island, it had been vacant for almost 20 years, and it was just this side of a tear down. And then when we showed up, we gutted everything right down to the studs, you know. Of course, it had no insulation, we insulated it, had no power, we electrified it, had no water, we did all the plumbing. The cabin itself is a 135-year-old log cabin. The interior had pieces of furniture that still had lead paint on them.
It was an adventure on a big scale. We had this vision. We wanted to stay true to the iconic log cabin.
The total work involved took 6 summers before the cabin was even livable. But in the end, what a transformation!
So this is our covered porch. We put the western red cedar in, the slate floor, and it becomes an additional bedroom when the need arises. It's just a real nice, cozy little area where you can just make yourself at home. And this is the main room of the cottage. Imagine what the place looked like when we first bought the property. There was yellow floor, black soot all over the fireplace. The walls were all covered with a turquoise fiberboard.
Now the room has new windows, new slate floors, fresh chinking in the log walls, and a beautiful hand-carved staircase. Michael forged all the metalwork himself, and Janice did all the decorating.
As we come into the kitchen, which is my domain, you can see the back side of the granite fireplace. The kitchen that was in here before was truly something that was a total nightmare, with 20-year-old food left in a propane fridge. And this is the finished product. This turnkey kitchen of our dreams, and nothing like it was before.
Upstairs, you'll find the guest bedroom, as well as Michael and Janice's master suite.
This is our master bedroom. Each one of the bedrooms has a small vessel sink because the bathroom downstairs is fairly small. But one of the features we really liked about this was doing this leather wall. We've got a whole bunch of leather scraps, and Janice spent a couple of months cutting them all up and then stapled them all to a plywood backing on the wall. And it allowed us to do kind of a unique wall treatment. And so this is our view of the outside when we're sitting in or lying in bed. Oh yeah, you can definitely keep an eye on the little pirates from here. And this is Pirates Cove. Pirates Cove is a beach where the grandkids or our little wannabe pirates spend their time. We even arranged to put a plank here for young pirates to have wayward sisters or brothers walk off of. So it's just a great place for the kids to be able to play, and it's in the shade, and plenty of places for parents to set their lounge chair and keep an eye on them. It's an absolutely magical place for kids because it's kind of that raise the drawbridge feeling. You know, once we dock the boat and they're on the island, they can run around, and in every direction they see nothing but water. They can't get lost, they can't wander off. Let me show you another little home that someone else has settled themselves into here on the island. This is our granddaughter's fairy house. She was absolutely amazed to find out that fairies really do exist, and they come and visit when they're invited. This is definitely part of the magic of the island for a little one. Now on the other side of the island we have another little hideaway, a little area where we can spend time when we're not busy doing all of our renovations. This is most definitely Janice's hammock. She is honeybee and I am honeydew, which means when she's in a hammock, I'm off doing the renovations and all, following through with all the great ideas that she's come up with.
And one of those great ideas was the little free library, put in for passing boaters and neighbors to enjoy.
It's the only water access little free library in the world. There's about 2,000 of them all over the world. But the way it works is very simple. People can either take a book, leave a book, don't take a book. So, you know, people come along in a boat and their kids are camping or whatever, they're in the area, and they can just stop by and help themselves to a book from the little free library. You can see someone is using the little library right now. People love it. When we arrive, it's absolutely magical for us. We know we're settled in for 4 months of absolute joy of being here in the islands. It's
a change of pace. It's a magical feeling altogether to be on a private island, just yourselves. You have this real pull up the drawbridge kind of feeling. We're very proud of the fact that we've been able to take something that was, you know, in really poor condition and to rescue it. We are most definitely living the dream.